I'm Judd. I'm the godfather of the music business. Been around for a long time, but currently in charge of Lander PR, which is a PR agency that helps young musicians leap forward and hopefully get in front of the major labels and, of course, the major networks such as the BBC, Radio 1, Six Music, all the outlets that are a platform for younger bands. But in the meantime, I'll tell you about my side of the business, which is mainly PR, and some of the people I've met on the journey. One fond memory I have is a shot I have with Cher. She had a hit with I Believe, and a dear friend, Brian Rawlings, was key in the actual production of her single. That's the one with the vocoder and that I believe, it's sort of all oscillated and quashed vocal, which actually added to the interest. And again, another hook that kicked the track into the charts and became a worldwide hit. Great little fun shot of me and Cher. I look like a mad professor, and Cher, of course, looks lovely. She's a great lady, very interesting and very warm. As I explained in previous episodes, I've been very lucky that I'm both a musician and a PR man. I've done the rounds in the business, having worked at the Brits, doing session work, doing live work with bands, and my main core business, the PR company. It sort of take me on a musical journey. So I'll be in the office one day working on a campaign. Next day I may get a call from someone, to play on a record as a session musician, or even a live gig. And I remember the Shepherd's Bush Empire being invited by a lovely lady called Jane Judd. She was a manager and just a music fan, and she put on a concert for Jack Bruce, the late Jack Bruce, who was bass player with Cream. Anyway, I was invited along, and they had a host of people, and I remember I was playing with Bernie Marsden, and Bernie was with Whitesnake, and some amazing, Ginger Baker was there on drums, some amazing musicians, and that's the buzz, you live work, the adrenaline rush that you get from live work, having worked with Culture Club, having worked with so many other bands in a live capacity, you just can't explain the buzz of walking on stage and the roar of a crowd. And on this occasion at Shepherd's Bush, it was an intimate gig, but a complete sellout, and literally, we were all busking. I mean, Bernie, there'd be a track that we'd say, okay, let's, an old blues rocker, and then they kick, and you'd improvise. And that's the beauty of being able to play live music by improvisation. And which you hopefully will all be doing at some point. You'll be out there doing your gigs at local venues. And then as you build up, then, wow, the rest will be history. And I'm sure some of you already are having some success, so what can I say? It's just, it's the enjoyment of music and music that you love. The one session you may remember me from would be a track called Karma Chameleon. Although this harmonica's in the wrong key, I'll just give you an example of what I laid down on the track. So you might remember that riff along with a few others. I often play in Liverpool as well. There's a... That's the old Grey Whistle Test theme, which was a TV show that used to be on years ago. In the business, I'm very lucky to be invited to various do's and receptions, and they are legend. And in the halcyon days of my working at corporations such as CBS Records, which is Sony, Warner, there were decadent do's and innumerable flowing champagne parties, and those days sadly are gone, but we really enjoyed them at the time. And I remember the shot with Stacey and Fiona. Fiona was the anchor woman at Good Morning Breakfast, and Stacey was a celebrity in her own right and a very good singer as well. So I'm just having a chuckle with the girls. I think we'd had too much champagne, but hey, did we have a laugh? And the two girls are a real scream to be with. As I've stated, I worked on the Brits for over 22 shows, I think, 22 years, because show a year. And again, seeing so many incidents, Jarvis Cocker, Chumbawamba jumping off stage and throwing water over the then MP, John Prescott, and the Classical Brit Awards. And one of the hosts on the show was Mylene Klaas. And we used to have a chuckle together in rehearsals, and there's a shot of me receiving an award with Mylene sort of giving it large. She'd often bring her little children there to sit in the audience as we sort of got prepped for the actual live show in the evening. My role there was floor director or floor manager, where I'd sort of direct cameras to the winners and to the nominees, and just sort of get basically, great grabs, floor grabs of the showbiz personalities there. But with Mylene and I, we used to just have a little fun banter throughout all the rehearsals. And this is one magic shot I remember. Here I am, BBC Breakfast News, couldn't resist the opportunity of getting in shot. And the two presenters are very much into their sport. So I had a banter about Liverpool football, as the young lady is also a posh Scouser. And yeah, I'd often be taking my artist up to Manchester to do various TV shows. So it's sort of you get to know the presenters on a sort of friend-to-friend basis. But yeah, I've got loads of fun shots of behind the scenes. Here's a shot of Kirsten Mccall. Kirsty was a lovely lady. She sent me a postcard asking me to create a solo for one of her tracks, which I duly ended up playing a session on. And it was done at her house upstairs, and her husband was the producer, and it was just a quick in, lay down the track, and off we go. And all those sessions were rather quick ins and outs, as they were producing away. They wanted to get people in, lay the track down and get out. And Kirsty was ever so sweet, and then ended up inviting me to appear in the video of the track I think it was called All I Ever Wanted. Another memory was working with Bananarama. I used to call them Banana Drama, because they used to hate doing early morning TV shows, and it was always a nightmare trying to get them out of bed to actually do things. But they were a scream. They were a real fun bunch. And the shot here was, I think, before, yes, it was the Brit Awards, if memory serves me right. And it's where the girls had all these naked men on stage. Well, they had loincloths on, but men on stage. And it grabbed the next day's press. All the front pages had the girls on as the rebellious, outrageous Bananarama. I mean, they were great, and still going now. They're about to tour with Culture Club and a few other people. So, longevity reigns for the girls. Although Siobhan went off and joined Shakespeare's sister, they were a great bunch. And how many hits did they have? I mean, they just went on and on and on. Girl power, there you go. They were the leaders of girl power. And then the memories sort of stem back to when I was with Epic Records. And I've got so many fun memories of Epic, having worked with Michael Jackson, having worked with Meatloaf, and of course ABBA. And I spent a lot of time with ABBA when they were coming over. I'd set all the TV and radio promotions up, get an itinerary together, and I'd often pop over to Sweden, where we'd do various specials for Radio 1. In this shot, they're getting their discs for one of the #1 albums, one of many. But as a team together, they took over the world, and the rest is history. But I had so many fond memories of working with them. I suppose one of my claims to fame would be Karma Chameleon and Church of the Poisoned Mind, two tracks that I played harmonica on. And off the back of that, we were invited automatically to, do various TV shows. And the shot here is one just outside Top of the Pops studio. We were just getting geared up to do a Top of the Pops performance. I think I'm dressed up as a Federate, an American Federate officer. But I had different changes every time we'd done Top of the Pops. I'd have a Canadian hat on, which looked like a dead cat, to a policeman. I think I was a policeman on one of them. So we had a lot of fun. When you get to that stage where, the hits are happening, you just enjoy yourself and, get out there and create different poses and create different images. I'm still ensconced in my office, enjoying music and helping artists live their dream, I suppose. Yes, we're here to help, and hopefully all you guys and all your videos that you're putting forward will one day be a memory and a fun memory, whilst you share the spoils of having lots of success. So from me, Judd Lander, to you guys, good luck, and don't forget, Fab Songs are here, ready to play all your new hot videos. So from me and Fab Songs, goodbye. See you soon.